By Erin Cunningham and Kareem Fahim, The Washington Post. Istanbul, the increasingly strained alliance between Turkey and the United States took a sharp downward turn on Sunday when both governments abruptly announced they were canceling most visitor visas between the two countries, sowing confusion among travelers and exposing a widening rift between the NATO partners. The crisis began when the U.S. Embassy in Ankara, the Turkish capital, announced it was immediately suspending all non-immigrant visa services at diplomatic facilities across Turkey. The move appeared to be retaliatory, coming days after the government of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan arrested an employee of the U.S. Consulate in Istanbul. An embassy statement said it was limiting visitors to U.S. missions while it reassesses Turkey's commitment to the security of American personnel, an extraordinary rebuke that underscored a rapidly deteriorating relationship between the longtime allies. Within hours, the Turkish embassy in Washington released a nearly identical statement announcing its own suspension of non-immigrant visas for Americans. The tit-for-tat moves illustrated how the critical alliance between Turkey and the United States, anchored in military, intelligence and commercial ties, has been battered in recent months by a series of deep disagreements over the war in Syria as well as the fate of a Turkish cleric, Fethullah Gulen, who is wanted by the Turkish authorities and living in exile in Pennsylvania. The strains have undermined vows by President Donald Trump to repair American ties to Turkey after they became frayed during the administration of President Barack Obama. The escalating tensions also came despite what are said to be warm, personal relations between Erdogan and Trump that stretch back several years. Turkey, which once enthusiastically pursued membership in the European Union, has also become estranged from European countries, particularly Germany. After the arrest last week of the U.S. Consulate employee, Metin Topaz, strains between the two governments burst out into the open. The Turkish authorities accused Topaz of espionage and links to Gulen, the exiled cleric. The U.S. Embassy, in a statement, responded by saying it was deeply disturbed by the arrest and that the charges were without merit.